we continue by dealing with the down payment, if any. If the CHK down payment checkbox is checked, the user has the opportunity to select either 10% or 20% down payment on the current amount financed. If the checkbox is not checked, down payment is zero. The total amount financed is now reduced by the down payment amount, if any. The following code accomplishes all these tasks. Scroll down to after the calculate the down payment comment and type the following. If CHK down payment dot checked is true, then, and leave the space for else, select case true, first case, radio button 10% down dot checked, down payment variable is assigned 10% of the current amount financed. Case radio 20% down button is checked, then the down payment is 20% of the amount. Else means that the checkbox is not selected, so down payment is assigned to zero. So we clear the white space, scroll down, and after the next comment we adjust the amount by subtracting down payment, if any. Notice the nested of select case statement within the if then else to handle a more complex situation. Also, the expression for the select case is true, which is either matched with true from the first or the second radio button. We know one of them will be selected. It is not possible to deselect both. So if the user checks the CHK down payment checkbox, there will be either 10 or 20% down payment subtracted for the current amount financed. Only if the user leaves the CHK down payment box unchecked would there be no down payment at all. Let us move the message box right after the amount, save and run with 12,000 for the price. Both letter seats and navigation, 5,000 for the term, and then let's choose 10% down payment. So the amount of finance should be 9,000 because the 10% of the 10,000, which is the amount right before the down payment, is obviously $1,000. Next, getting the rate directly from the list box is the easiest one. The user can select only one item from the list, so it is either going to be the default 2.5% or another legitimate rate. The only thing we need to do is to convert it to double and assign it to rate variable with the following line of code. Finally, the last parameter we need to deal with is the loan term in years. By default, the 4 years is term of choice, but it could be changed by user to 5 or 6. A simple select case statement will take care of this one. Right after the next comment, select case true, case radio button term 4 years dot checked. What we got is term equal 4. Then we can copy paste the case and change it to 5 years, and finally to 6. And don't forget to remove that message box amount because we don't We don't need it anymore. At this point, we have everything we need to calculate a meaningful monthly payment. The amount variable has a legit borrowing amount as long as the user enter the meaningful selling price. The rate is a number between 1.5% and 9.9% from that list, and term is either 4, 5, or 6 years. Simply scroll down all the way to the bottom, highlight all the green lines starting with payment all the way to the last list payment, and then uncomment them using the uncommenting of the selected lines. The list payment was used to display not only the final monthly payment but also all the intermediate values such as starting selling price, total options value, trade-in value, down payment if any, as well as the final amount financed. Save, run, and enter 12,000 for the original price. Then select again the letter C to navigation, 5,000 for the trade-in value, 10% down payment, 5 years for the loan, and let's have something different like 3.2 for the interest rate. The resulting monthly payment should be $162.52 with all the intermediate values. Take a look at the output. It starts with 12, adds 3,000 in options, comes up to 15, 5,000 trading comes down to 10, down payment 10% of 10,000 is 1,000, so it comes down to 9,000. Finance at 3.2% over 5 years is apparently $162.52. Let's quit, save all the changes, exit from the IDE, and go to the very final slide of our presentation. So the last several videos in the series describe the use of relational and logical operators to create a variety of logical tests or conditions altering the code execution path. The decision structures introduced were if, then, else with its various flavors, as well as select case. An extension to our payment calculator project was used to demonstrate the use of additional VB controls for better user input management.